What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to what children's playgrounds are like in Europe. So, here in the United States, we have lots of playgrounds, at our parks and at schools, and this is what they look like here in the United States. This is exactly the kind of playground that I grew up on as a child, and you see these all over the place. They're colorful and mostly plastic, and you have some slides, some stairs. There's some room for kids to run around and climb on some things. And this is very, very typical of what you see in America. But I really have no idea what playgrounds look like in Europe. But apparently, in a lot of other countries, it sounds like playgrounds are very different from what we have here. So today, I really want to see what playgrounds are like in Europe. So let's take a look at some of these videos. This is in Germany. Okay, let's take a look.
German playgrounds are actually built with risks involved. Let me explain. I grew up in the US with
What?
playgrounds that looked like this. Made of plastic, no sharp edges. Safe, right?
Yeah.
And this is what playgrounds look like in Germany. Challenging features are built into German playgrounds on purpose to help children navigate risks. Studies show that
What? 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 Huh? Hold on. Hold on. I need to rewind this video. I need to see that again. Wait a minute.
like this. Made of plastic, no sharp edges. Safe, right? And this is what playgrounds look like in Germany.
Huh? What is this? What on earth is this? This is what playgrounds can be like in Europe? This would never be okay in the United States. This looks like a death trap. Don't get me wrong, as a child, this looks like a lot of fun. It does look like it would be really fun. Are you supposed to climb on those ropes? And what if you fall? What if you slip through the ropes? And I don't know, is this not stuff that you guys really worry about so much? This is in Germany, and it's so tall too. This is just so incredibly different from anything we have in the United States. This would not be legal in the United States. But she said you guys design some of this stuff purposefully with risk. That's part of the design. Is it to give... I'm trying to think about what? To give kids like an opportunity to, explore, to be in a little bit of danger in a way, like so they can have that experience, I guess.
Challenging features are built into German playgrounds on purpose to help children navigate risks. Studies show that children who develop their motor skills on the playground are less likely to have accidents when they're older. And German parents often have a hands-off approach, letting their children solve their own problems when they get stuck.
Huh. This is so different from the United States that at first, this was just shocking to me. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this, but now that I kind of understand the philosophy around this, it's making more sense to me that it can be a good thing to let children navigate some risk and figure things out on their own. I think it is true here in America, like, parents are definitely overprotective, and that can really stunt the growth of children. And I don't know. This is tough for me to understand because this is literally putting your child in a bit of danger. But children are much more capable than we give them credit for in America. I do believe that.
Really surprised me in a country that's cautious in so many other ways.
So, playgrounds. In America, playgrounds are built to be very, very safe. Like she said, they're soft, no sharp edges, they're a lot of plastic, they're not very tall, there's not crazy things to climb on like big nets. Very interesting. It's just a whole different philosophy. Here, it's just about safety. Maybe because everybody is terrified of getting sued or getting in trouble. Whereas it sounds like in Germany here, and maybe other parts of Europe, a playground is an opportunity for a child to get out and explore and get a little roughed up. Maybe get a little hurt. Not, God forbid they actually get actually hurt, but, giving kids a little bit of responsibility to take care of themselves and understand what they're doing. This is fascinating. Let's keep going. No way. This is in the Netherlands? I will say, I can't deny it. These playgrounds are really, really cool. This is really cool. Like, as a kid, I would have loved this stuff. As an adult, especially now that I have a baby and a child, thinking about them going on this stuff is scary, but at the same time, it's important as a parent to know when to let your child grow and to have experiences, and you can't protect them forever or they're not going to develop into a proper adult. So I do understand that philosophy. I do agree with it. It's just funny seeing how different this is. See, in America, if a child tried to do this and they fell off and hit the ground, that park or that playground or the designer would be sued. Like, they'd get in a lot of trouble. That's kind of the reason why in America there's a lot of things that we can't have. I really do think, because we love to sue each other. That was the Netherlands. This is Switzerland? Oh, wow. What is this? What? Wait, whoa. What is that thing? Hey, you guys have little trampoline? What is this thing? We don't have little bouncy things. This looks pretty safe. Like, we could have this in America. We just don't. This thing is cool. What is this thing? It's like a little trampoline. Oh, you got a big swing? Again, in America, I think this swing would have like a seatbelt to lock the child in. Whereas here in Europe, you guys are a little looser. It's like, and again, if you're being responsible and paying attention, there is really no need for all these extra precautions. Now that I see the approach that Europe has on playgrounds, it kind of makes me think about our playgrounds here in America and think, man, we're really limiting the fun and the experiences that our children can have by not having cool stuff like this because we're scared. Ha! We don't even have slides this big. Like, this is way bigger than any slide I've ever seen for a child. What is that thing? I like... Oh, like, what? I also like how a lot of this stuff is made out of wood. That's kind of fun. In America, everything is just plastic. It feels very artificial. Again, wood. Again, all these like structures. This slide right here would be okay, but if I can, this thing, you don't even see stuff like this, which looks very tame to me. You don't even really see stuff like this for kids to just climb on and walk on. Yeah, now that I am actually seeing it and I can see everything is okay, I think we should have more European kind of playground equipment. Um, it's just here in America, it's our culture. It's our way of thinking is to be very, very, very protective of children. And it's probably a bit limiting. This is beautiful. What? Oh, yeah, no. This would never happen. This is in Copenhagen.
The traffic playground in Copenhagen is by far our favorite playground because the concept is just so cool.
Traffic playground? What is this?
They have built a miniature town with working stoplights where kids can come and play and learn about traffic
What?
safety. Every aspect of traffic in a suburban city is present.
What? This is amazing. This is a little sort of miniature road town for children to practice, riding their bicycles and learning. Like they have lights and street markings, and I don't know if this is very common in Europe, but I've never seen anything like this.
Kids can switch from being a pedestrian to a cyclist to a motorist.
Wow.
The playground is staffed during business hours, and kids can borrow bicycles and helmets, like this Voom Austrian-made balance bike.
That is so freaking cool. This is, I see now in Europe, playgrounds are more of an opportunity to be a learning experience. Whereas in America, playgrounds are just, parents are stressed out, they're constantly walking with their child, making sure they don't fall off anything, it's kind of stressful. Whereas it's supposed to be a learning opportunity and fun. And I don't know. It just seems like the whole approach is different in Europe, and I really, really like it. This is a Denmark playground.
We've been here for about a month now, and
Oh my God. Oh my. This, for example. I know this just looks like a normal bridge, like not too crazy. In America, this bridge would have railings, it would have guardrails, there would be safety equipment, like a net or something. You would never just see a bridge with no sides, like the child can just fall off. But, if the parent is kind of nearby and I don't know, kids are not stupid. They're not totally developed. They might not have great balance. They might, a kid could fall off this, but, so what? They get a couple scrapes or a bruise, or it's not the end of the world, even. And I think this is not that crazy, but I think a lot of Americans would not let their kid play on this.
my favorite things about Denmark is the accessibility of cool, fun play.
Even this shows how parents in Europe, or this is Denmark, clearly let their kids do more. Like this kid on his bike balancing on this stone wall. If this was in America, there might be some parents who would walk up to this family and say, "Hey, I think you're being irresponsible, letting your kid balance on that." That might actually happen in America. Like parents might actually think you're being irresponsible and putting your child in danger, where you're just letting them have fun. Just let the child do stuff, as long as it's not crazy where they could die. Obviously, that would be very bad. That would be irresponsible. But I don't know. See, now that I see a lot of these European children playing on the playgrounds, it certainly does show me here in America we are overprotective.
Grounds for the boys. Most of them are staff.
Every time I see a piece of playground equipment, it blows my mind. This is just all stuff that I have never seen before. Like, this child could fall through the rings and fall into the ground. But again, it's like, that's my American brain, I think, taking over. not giving kids enough credit.
which means they keep them extra clean and
Even the, oh my God, even these stairs. It's amazing because I really do like what you guys are doing in Europe. I like this. I think this is probably the correct way to develop children and let them do things, but this would never, you'd never see big steps like this in America. This would be considered too dangerous.
provide toys for the kids. You can check out
Say hi.
games and balls
That looks cool.
and bikes, anything you can think of you'd want.
The design of everything is also very much nicer and not so artificial looking. This is like the equipment actually looks better to me too.
Our favorite one is this traffic
Oh yeah, we saw this pretend traffic little thing for kids to bike on. And what is this? This is a playground. Oh, this is Germany again. What is this thing? What is this?
Okay, we don't really know what this is. Is this a chair?
Huh?
Is this like a chair?
What the heck is this? What do you do on this thing?
This is for kids. This is
Huh? Am I missing something here? Am I being stupid? We do not have anything that looks like this. What are you supposed to do with these? Do you sit on them or this is really weird to me.
for kids. I'm not kidding. This is like a bouncy. Oh God!
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is a bouncy chair.
Okay,
Oh my
okay.
God.
I understand that. Is this also like a bouncy? You kind of sit on it and bounce and wiggle. Anyway, I could not have imagined playground equipment was so different in European countries. So even just taking a look at these videos has really opened my mind. It's not just that the playground equipment is more exciting, it's more dangerous, it's more interesting, more developmental in Europe. You guys just clearly have a different philosophy around for children, where you let children do more, which I think is good. I have noticed here in America that as time has gone on, it's become more and more strict, and children are allowed to do less and less and less, and it's not good. So playgrounds is a perfect example of this difference. So this was really, really cool to learn about. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on playgrounds in Europe compared to the United States. If you're European, if you ever played on stuff like this and what you thought about it, that'd be cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.